I'm somebody who's good at faking self-belief and confidence and hiding behind a smile. I've been very, very good at it for as long as I can remember. So when I came to this class, I actually realized that my self-belief wasn't as high or as great or whatever as I thought it might be, because it actually wasn't really there. It was just this front that I'd put on so I didn't have to deal with everything else that was going on. And then life took a different turn, and I actually was pulled out of school 3 or 4 times, and I finished high school at the hospital. So I graduated from the hospital. So when I had to go into university, getting into university was like the biggest success in the world, because first everybody told me I couldn't graduate from high school. After that, everybody said, okay, well now you've graduated from high school, but don't even think about university, because it's not gonna happen. Your grades are too shot. Fine. Anyway, so when he spoke about how think of each class as a stepping stone to your goal, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, fine. He's saying it, but let's try it. So I did all week. I said, okay, I'm not gonna be late for any classes. I'm gonna make it to every class. I hadn't heard about the pre-reading yet before you taught it, but I was like, I'm gonna pre-read for every class. I didn't understand what reviewing meant because we hadn't learned about that yet. Anyway, so that's what I'd done all week. And I realized that my class wasn't actually that bad. I actually was making it a lot worse than it really was. It was just geography and things like that, which I could actually learn if I just tried. And I'm somebody who puts in a lot of hours into anything I do because I'm a perfectionist. And I learned that if you give yourself a certain amount of hours and you just focus on the hours and not the amount of work you have to do, you get a lot more done. So, like I said, I've been really sick the last few weeks, and my health goes up and down. So I've been really behind, and I asked Aleem, I was like, what do I do? And he's like, just focus on the hours. I'm like, okay, fine. So I focused on the hours, and I bumped up my hours to 4 hours, because now I have to catch up. So I bumped up my hours. I'm caught up except for the last unit, because I just haven't gotten to it. But to be caught up in 2 weeks of stuff in the last week is pretty good. I finished all the assignments, everything that's worth a lot. I got all of that done. And on top of it, I still had time to watch TV, do whatever else I wanted to do. And I'm somebody who has a lot going on study, because I don't have the hours to fit in my 5 whatever hours. Then I learned that I don't need to put in 5 hours every day and get the marks. Now I put in 3.5 hours in the morning, and I put my half an hour at night, so I review whatever I've learned. It's great. I have so many more hours. I get to spend time with my brother. We get to go to movies now. We have a movie day every Tuesday, and I slotted that in. It means it's fun time. And I was somebody who would dump all this information into my head and hope that eventually some of it would stick. That doesn't happen. It actually doesn't happen. So because of that, I would just keep studying, and I wasn't studying properly. So the more hours you're putting in, you're actually not learning as much as you are. So I would put in 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of school, and I would be at school all the time, and I wasn't retaining much. I'd get to the exam, I'd blank, and I'd just be miserable because I didn't do well on this exam. So every time I doubted myself, even for a second, I would look at this, and I was like, oh, there's this many reasons why I can't do this question. It's 50 reasons why I know I can get through this. Fine. So my marks actually just came in yesterday, and I got 92% on an exam which I thought I had failed. One of the things that Aleem had done on the first day was put a diamond and a rock beside each other. And he had said that we are this diamond. And to be very honest, I didn't believe him, because I kept thinking, okay, I'm this rock, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I can't fix this, yada, yada, yada. But what I realized is, a long time ago, I believed that I was this diamond, I had been this diamond. So eventually you can get back to it. Now I realize there is parts of me that still has that diamond quality, and eventually I will become that diamond. I always thought I could get the 4.0, but never actually thought it. Now I know I can get it. So now I'm great. I love myself. It's wonderful. And I forgot how many wonderful qualities I had of myself that were ripped away from me. I forgot what it really meant to smile and not have a smile just for the world. What it meant to smile from the inside of you, and not just so everybody else around you is happy. So yeah.